Welcome back. We're still reviewing the Sun. Okay, you ready?
The West African Examination Council, WAEC, yesterday revealed that over 1.9 million candidates in over 20,000 secondary schools nationwide would write the May-June 2025 West African Senior Certificate Examination, which is the highest in the history of the 73-year-old exam body. That is the highest they've gotten so far. I like this because that means more people are going to school. Yes, it said, but however, 574 secondary schools will not be present because due to the federal government approved sanction for their involvement in exam fraud practices. Yes, but that's a lot of schools, not 574 secondary schools. That's a lot. And it might just be small, some few people that
1 year, 3 years, 5 years.
Did it, but now every other person will suffer it. So he also disclosed that the conduct of the WAEC for candidates in 2025 would take place between Tuesday, April 24th and Friday, June 20th, 2025 in Nigeria, spanning 8 and 1 day. Yes. He also stated that about 26,000 practicing senior secondary school teachers have been nominated by various ministries of education would participate in examination as supervisors. So that they hope that moving forward, because that they change things now, that whatever question is in my paper will not be the same as the next person's own. Yeah, so they change it now in order to curb exam malpractices. I wish the students good luck, because this is from here. This is another phase. You're going to move into another phase of your life. Good luck to all the candidates.
So the Securities and Exchange Commission, that's SEC, has vowed to go after the promoters of crypto bridge exchange Cybex, a digital asset trading platform accused of defrauding Nigerian investors of over 1.3 trillion. Trillion, not billion. So a statement was issued on Thursday. The commission clarified that neither Cybex nor its affiliates were granted registration by the commission at any time to operate as a digital asset agent exchange, solicit investments from the public. They never give them that license at all. They said that Cybex operated under several alliances, including ST Technologies International Limited, Smart Treasure, Super Technology. They were presenting themselves as legitimate digital asset trading platform while promising investors unrealistic returns. So the SEC Director General, Imotimi Agama, warned that promoters of the failed scheme will not escape justice as the commission intensifies efforts to clamp down on illegal investment scheme. I just hope that they will find a way to find them. There's no face to that thing.
There's no face. Exactly.
Except when they hold you that you lost your money, you bring the person who introduced you. You keep bringing the person.
But people paid money into an account to be able to buy the coin, the Bitcoin.
That account, can they fish out the owners of the account? Because if you are paying, I don't know how that Bitcoin works, but I don't think Nigerians, you have like your address or anything for you to be caught on it. You know, like regular accounts, when anything happens, we can fish you out from the address you gave to the bank. But this one, I don't know how that works. It's just a painful thing. Let's move on now to Vanguard. Major picture story here, more like a major headline. How bandits, killer herdsmen have impacted farming and food supply. Our federal government declared 2 trillion of 4 trillion Genco's debts. NBA slams Rivers administrator over alleged disregard for rule of law. Gunmen attacks Senator Akpoti Uduahan's country home, damaged property. Deep Sea, Ariyi Emami urges federal government to investigate removal of Uborodo, other Ishekiri communities. WhatsApp to cut off millions of Nigerians using old phones. Tinubu returned to Abuja after the Easter holidays, this is according to the presidency. Malami to Al Makura Group, you can't speak for CPC blog. 2026 World Cup still possible for Super Eagles. Okay, that's what we have here. Biko, WhatsApp.
I have it.
What did they say?
So they said WhatsApp to cut off millions of Nigerians using old phones. So if you are using or all those kind of phones that cannot charge, wow,
how will they know the phone you're using?
So they said they are going to wait now. They said millions of old phone users in Nigeria and across the world may soon find themselves cut off from WhatsApp platform. Too much money, they made money. So they said this is because the parent company of WhatsApp, Meta, has announced that from May 5th, 2025, the app will stop functioning on several outdated devices that can no longer meet the app's latest security and performance standards. They said the update is part of its commitment to data security app stability, and the evolving needs of modern operating system. The tech giant, he said, as technology advances, phasing out support for older hardware is necessary to maintain app functionality and security. They even mentioned some of the phones. They said iPhone, such as iPhone 5S, iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, and there's some others, Samsung Galaxy S3, Note 2, S3, Motorola, Moto E. There's so many this that they've mentioned phone here. Models. Yeah, Phone Xperia Z, SPT, and V. They said that they will not be able to access the WhatsApp platform from the May 5th.
Rapture is starting from WhatsApp.
So if your phone has been mentioned, that try as much as possible
to change it. With which money?
You go and look for money.
No, they should go to
their money is not in CBEX.
They should go to Tubu.
Hey,
the one I have is Nigeria, China to sign digital currency deal to reduce dollar reliance, NCSP. And the Nigeria-China Strategic Partnership has said Nigeria would soon sign a deal on digital RMB, with China to enable a direct conversion of Naira to Chinese yuan. The digital renminbi, RMB, is a central bank digital currency issued by China's central bank, the People of China's Bank. Speaking at the Digital Asset Market Strategy Masterclass series held in Lagos, the Director General of the NCSP, Joseph Tegbe, said the agreement was expected to reduce Nigerians' dependence on the United States dollar. He also described the pact as a major step in Nigeria's transition from a trade relationship with China to a mutually beneficial development partnership. The DG outlined the objectives of the partnership, which include driving infrastructure development, scaling up Chinese investment, strengthening trade and economic ties, promoting transparency, and advancing cultural exchange between both countries. So they talk plenty, but he said the proposed full adoption of digital asset markets in Nigeria capital markets and subsequent across Africa is going to be a game changer for wealth creation and economic growth sustainability.
Exactly what we talked about, that the dollar and the gold. And then we said, so how can someone sit down and then tell us that is their own currency that we should use to trade?
Like why?
Yeah, so the lawmaker stated that the NBA does not have the jurisdictional competence or ethical example to be a barometer for measuring democracy and constitutionalism. This is in Rivers State, where the Nigerian Bar Association itself in Port Harcourt branch had come out strongly against the conduct of the sole administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas, accusing him of constitutional violations and undermining democratic governance. This came as a House of Representative member from the Rivers State, Mr. Solomon Bob, had taken a swipe at the NBA, accusing it of insincerity and hypocrisy. Also following the association's condemnation of the state of emergency in Rivers State, which the statement came out on April the 10th. The lawyers' body described the continued interference with constitutionally guaranteed structures, including the suspension of elected state officials and recent appointments made by the sole administrator, as unlawful, provocative, and injurious to democratic institutions. And they are still standing on the ground that they are not refunding any 300 million naira, which is a gift and support to the Nigerian Bar Association.
Okay. Wonderful. So we have to go, but I have this picture story here. They say residents of the 19 northern states of the country are predominantly farmers who produce crops such as yam, maize, millet, rice, potato, more like our food baskets in that area. They said they always produce all year round because of the irrigation system that they carry out there, but is now being endangered. Sustenance is being endangered because of the banditry and insurgency and herdsmen killing that is currently facing those states. It's becoming very, very alarming. They said because they have been the ones giving us making it possible for us to have food sufficiency in the country. Now they can no longer do that, and that's why we're still having scarcity of food here and there. Things are more expensive. Many of them have been sacked from their farms. In fact, in some of those states, the bandits have hosted their own flags in some of the towns, and the residents of the place have all left. The farmers have all left. Sometimes they allow some of the farmers to go into their farms, but during harvest, they drive them and then they take their produce. See, this is becoming
a friend of mine called me.
Really
a friend of mine called me. Actually, he's been my friend since when I went to College of Aviation. He's a military man. I had to ask him, is this Boko Haram true? He said, "Dami, wallahi, I'm in the Middle East. I'm in that volatile place now as I speak." And he was giving me different gist on how these people are not. They don't even know what they want. Because I was asking, what do they want? What do they not come on an agreement table and state? He said they don't even know what they want.
They don't know what they want.
And
you know the funny thing, when they are in those communities, what they do is they provide for those communities. They give them money. So those communities protect them. That is the problem. That's why up till now you still find it, you still see that it's difficult for the government.
So it seems like the people are sympathetic to them.
Yes, because they provide for them, they help them, they give them money
and they sack many people out.
People.
We have to go. Thank you, ladies, for your contributions. That's all we can take on the newspaper reviews. When we come back, we move on to the topics for today. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.